This video will help you get started producing corporation tax returns and computations for your clients. Once you've signed into Sage 1, you'll see the client list. Click your client and from the client sidebar, choose Corporation Tax. The Compliance Services screen shows the returns already prepared and any currently in progress. You can also see the status of any submitted returns. Click Create New Return to get started. You'll need to choose or create a period of account. If you create a new period, entering the period start will automatically enter a period end, but you can change this if you want. I'm going to use the existing period for my client. Click Create CT Return. The software opens to the Computation data page. This is where you'll enter your data. The navigator represents areas of the return, so you can quickly go to the sections you want to add or change. Enter the company information. These details will be used to populate the company tax return. If you see a box with an asterisk next to the label, this means that the information is mandatory to complete the return. Then enter the information for the return. The information you include here will appear on the company tax return and will assist with the tagging process. Enter the profit or loss details in the trade section on the turnover and adjustments page. As this is a final account online client, some of these details have already been brought through. This is indicated by the green highlight on the navigator and around the boxes on the page. If I leave the description box empty, it will default to showing the addition type as the description on the computation. Then continue working through each page, making sure you complete the details as fully as you can so that the return will be complete. I'm going to skip ahead here and will assume you've entered all the data for your client. In the Payments and Repayments section, you can choose how your client will receive any repayments. You'll need to make sure that certain documents are attached before you can start the online filing process. If you've used another system to create your accounts, for example Sage Accounts Production Advanced, then you'll need to find that file on your computer and upload it. If you aren't including a set of IXBRL accounts, you'll need to choose a reason why not. If you've created your client's accounts using Final Accounts Online, then you'll have the option to select that set of IXBRL accounts. If you can't see that option, it's because your client isn't a Final Accounts Online client. If you want to include the computation created within Sage Corporation Tax Online with the return, selecting this option will automatically generate and include it with the submission. If you don't want to include a computation, you'll need to select a reason why not. You can also upload any additional PDFs that may be required. For example, if you chose not to include the IXBRL accounts, you can include an explanatory PDF here. Then go to your computation preview. Here you can review the information you've entered and check that the computation summary looks correct. Click Check Computation and Return, and any problems will be highlighted. The validation has captured that I've forgotten to complete the name of signatory. To generate the computation and return for client approval, select the relevant option from the Generate Reports drop-down. You'll see a warning if there are any outstanding validation messages to be addressed. We can choose to produce this PDF with or without a draft mark. And when everything seems to be ready, click Generate Submission Files. You won't be able to continue with submission until all outstanding validation messages have been addressed. You'll need to enter your HMRC user ID and password for the files to be created and saved in your online submission area. You can see the submission status on the client dashboard. And that was a brief introduction to Sage Corporation Tax Online. I hope you found it useful.